What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to do a review video. I've decided that my channel is going to have more than just cover songs on it. So today we're going to review, I'm going to do a review on a guitar that I don't see many reviews on, is my beloved Ibanez S-Classics. And these official model numbers are the Ibanez SCA220. This one is Black Pearl. And these are very, very rare Ibanez's. If you can find them, you can usually get them for dirt, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But let's go over the specs first. I've got them all here. These were made from, the production year was from 2000 to 2004. They only made them for 4 years. And they were only sold in the USA, and they were made in Japan, so in the Japanese Ibanez factory. And then from 2003 to 2004, they made it in Cosmic Blue. This guy here is the Black Pearl. So the body material is a mahogany body, maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, bone nut, Goto tuners. You have Ibanez V6 vintage pickups, and then the shortstop 2 tailpiece, 1-piece bridge. You have a volume and a tone. The volume has a tone bleed, so you can turn the volume down halfway, and you don't lose any high end. You've got a 5-way selector switch on these, so you've got full humbucking, 2 inner coils, 2 humbucking, neck coil, and then full humbucking there. You've got the Ibanez all-access neck joint. Now, some of these you can find with a 1-piece neck. Here is my older one that I've had with me for years. This is I believe an 02. It could be an 04. I'm not sure exactly. I'd have to take the neck off to see on the thing, but you can see that this is all just 1 piece. There is no scarf joint. What I did with this back in the day was I sanded the neck down, took all the finish off of it, and then put a couple layers of tongue oil on it. Oddly, not oddly, but the serial number came off at the same time because, I just wanted to have the whole thing uniform. And so you have these root beer peg heads. This one broke off over the years. Again, this guitar, this one here has been through a lot with me, a lot of gigs. You can see that it's got, belt buckle rash all over it. There, and it's she's got bruises, but she plays like a worn-in baseball glove. And these guitars are fantastic. If you can find them, they're very rare. Like I said, they only made them for the 4 years. Let's see here, what else? Pearl dot inlays, 22 fret medium jumbo medium frets, bone nut, Ibanez V6 humbucker, and both neck and bridge. What else can I see here? Not giving me a whole lot of information on this website. But the SCA220 is an S-Classic series solid body electric guitar model introduced by Ibanez in 2000. It was produced through 2004. The S-Classic body is described as a marriage of the S-Series and the Classic Radius, although it has few actual similarities with the Radius. The SCA220 features a mahogany body bolted to a 25.1 638 millimeter scale maple neck with a 22 fret rosewood fingerboard with pearl dot position markers, bone nut. Components include a fixed bridge and dual Ibanez vintage humbucking pickups. So one of the things that makes these a little bit different is they're basically Paul Reed Smiths. If you look at the specs, 25-inch scale on a Paul Reed Smith, this is a 25.1. Shorter than a Stratocaster, longer than a Les Paul. Mahogany body like the PRS, vintage pickups, medium frets, 1-piece bridge. You see what they were going after when they made these. This one here has a 4-piece neck. You can see that there's a scarf joint with that, plus there's 3 pieces here. You know, that makes a really stable neck because you've got 3 pieces of wood going this way. I'm not a big fan of the scarf joint, but this one is perfectly fine. I found this guitar here in 2020, 18 years old, absolutely pristine. Still had the plastic on it, the plastic on the back, the plastic on the pickups. Whoever owned it did not play it, and I don't even, the way that this thing shines, I think it might have not even seen sunlight. I don't know, but it's a really fantastic guitar. Let's go through some of the tones and just to kind of run down what I'm running through. I'm running my guitar into a Focusrite Scarlett sound interface, and then I have an iPad here that is running Bias Effects 2. And so I'm running what you're hearing. I'm splitting the signal out to my JCM 2000 behind me, which is a JCM TSL60, and through a Laney cabinet. And this is just for me in the room to hear as a monitor. And then the other side of it is going out to a Behringer mixer here, and that's what plugged into the iPhone that this is recorded on, and that's what you're hearing. There is a tube driver pedal in the line here, but that's it. So pretty straight up, touch of reverb, you know. So the neck pickup, we're gonna go through some of the sounds here. And there's that neck bleed. I mean that treble bleed I was talking about, where you can roll off the volume halfway, and you won't lose any high end. And that's a really nice feature to have, so that you don't have, if you can change channels between a rhythm channel and a lead channel on an amplifier, but if you don't want to do that and you can just want to use the volume knob, you can just roll the volume knob halfway down. It gives you a clean, backs off all the gain without losing the high end, so you get that. And then you just gas it for the beats. Some of that distortion out of the way. Overdrive. So here's going to be position 1. Which is pretty cool. Let me back off some of the gain here. You kind of clean it up. Give it a little bit more of a Stratocaster kind of thing going on. I believe the neck is a 12-inch radius. Real comfortable neck. It's the Wizard 2 neck, so it's not super thin, a little fatter. You go to the middle position, you've got both humbuckers. And then position, is that 1, 2, 3, position 4. Just the front coil here. And you can hear a little bit of that hum there. That's because it is true single coil. And then all the way up to the neck pickup. So a very versatile guitar. You can get all sorts of kind of sounds out of it. Everything from screaming metal to So that's the Ibanez S-Classic. So the you know, a little secret on how to find these. When Ibanez made these from 2000 to 2004, they did not put, and they do this with most of their guitars, but they did not put the model number anywhere. The only place that the model number exists on these is if you take the neck off, it's in the neck pocket. It'll be stamped SCA220, and it'll say the year that it was manufactured. This one here was made in '02, so this is a 2002 model. I know that from the serial number, yeah, so that's the only spot. So a lot of times these things will come into a pawn shop, and the pawn guys don't really, you know, they're not necessarily guitar players, so they don't really know what the model is. They just list it as an S-Classic. So a lot of times you can get these guitars for a couple $100. Just make sure when you're looking for them that you really take a close look at it, because a lot of these guitars have been really beat. I've noticed. I don't know if it's just because they're they were so cheap. They're only, I believe the list price was either $4.99 or $5.99 back in 2000. By today's money, that'd be about $1,000. But they are, you know, Japanese-made Ibanez's. They play like every other Prestige, very well crafted. You know, you're getting that Japanese craftsmanship. You know, beautiful finishes, beautiful arch top. Basically, it, you know, specs out exactly like a Paul Reed Smith SE. And some people have even coined these as the SE killer. And I absolutely love these, and I keep my eye out for them. And yeah, so that's how you want to look for them when you're looking for them on eBay, is look up S-Classic. And the only place it says that is on the neck plate, which is a rosewood neck plate, which is kind of a nice little touch. These root beer tuning pegs, all axis neck joint. So just kind of run over the specs one last time before I jump out of here. You've got a mahogany body, maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, medium frets, bone nut, Goto tuners, root beer pins there, knobs, and then you've got a rosewood bridge. A rosewood neck plate. You've got a shortstop 2 tailpiece. These, I believe, are made of brass. Ibanez V6 pickups, vintage pickups. You've got a tone bleed wired into the volume pot. Nice smooth pots. Volume tone. 5-way selector switch. Selector 1 is bridge. 2 inner coils, both humbuckers. Front coil, neck humbucker. And you've got these really oversized, you see them on all the Prestige Ibanez strap pegs there. And that's it. These are the Ibanez S-Classics. They made them in 2 colors. They made them in the black pearl, which is, as you see, both of my guitars are the black pearl models. I did have at one point a blue one, and I sold it to a friend of mine. And it's one of those stories you wish you didn't sell it, right? Because that's the most rare of them all. Every now and then they come up. It's called the Cosmic Blue. So if you find one of those are super rare, because they only made those for the 1 year, 2003 to 2004, or maybe both years. I don't know if they. Anyways, at any rate, they're all pretty rare. So those are the Ibanez S-Classics. Yeah. See if you can find yourself one. Later on.